Welcome everybody to a best of 5 show match between Knight Noble 24 and Caidos101. We are gonna dive right into this one. This one will all be on custom maps, starting with, of course, Battlegrounds. For those of you who aren't familiar with Battlegrounds, it was a map that we created for our first team game tournament. So it's really the first time we're seeing it in a competitive light in 1v1 action. And it looks like a little bit of an unfortunate generation here for Knight Noble. His wood lines are definitely not quite even here compared to his opponent of Caidos101. Nonetheless, we'll keep an eye on the generation through these show matches. They are being set up so we can actually see the balance of these and try to figure out what all we need to do to fix them and make them better. So, Knight Noble 24 here with the Bulgarians in the blue here, and in the red we have Caidos101 with the Magyars. Hello, Knight Noble. Welcome, welcome. Knight, I was just pointing out that you have a little bit of an unbalanced generation here as far as wood lines go. Not exactly as evenly matched right there, but no problem. It still looks like you guys played this one on, and looks pretty good. Lots of goats available at the beginning here. Lots of hunt nearby. You are only starting with one elephant slash boar, and fortunately for these players, they do end up with the elephant, so it is for a little bit more food than a traditional boar would be. Nonetheless, both players here going for pretty scout heavy civ builds, I would imagine, considering the map anyways. And Caidos actually was able to push one ostrich in before he went out to do a little bit of scouting over here. And scouting in the middle, there was definitely some extra goats in here at the beginning. Players might have already found most of them, but they are spread out throughout here. Nonetheless, Bulgarians, an interesting civilization. We'll go ahead and jump through the civ overview real quick for them. Militia line upgrades are free. Town center costs negative 50% stone and castle age, which is quite nice. Blacksmith and siege workshop technologies negative 50% food, and they get the Cree post as a special unit. Conic being their specialty unit, stirrups with cav attacking 33% faster, and Bagane's militia line get a +5 armor. Team bonus, blacksmiths work 80% faster, actually quite good there. And then for the Magyars, we have the Cavalier civilization. Villagers kill wolves with one strike, which is nice. All attack upgrades are free. Hitch coming in with his 17-month subscription. Thank you, good sir. Appreciate that. Magyar Hussars, the unique unit here. Also, the scout line is 15% cheaper for Magyars. Corvinian army, Magyar Hussar cost no gold, and foot archers get +2 line of sight. Oh, well, thanks for popping it up while you're at work. Anyways, Caidos, if you have to, you can always watch the rec. But nonetheless, we are into game number 1. Starting before you're on, Hitch, you're welcome to download the recs and join me whenever you please, sir. But pretty similar looking playstyles thus far. Looks like Knight Noble is headed out here. He is going to drop a mill on all of these ostrich. There is quite a bit of hunt in the middle. Going to be an issue to go out and get them once scouts get out, though. Also getting out is Caidos here, as he's sending out some vills to collect that as well, and some early walls coming up here from Caidos as well. Don't think either have found their opponent yet, so they're still scouting out where their opponent might be at this point. Not too bad at all. Yes, you should check the match out. And unfortunately, Hitch, that doesn't work for casting. Both these players are about 1350 to 1400 elo, I think, at this time. Should be pretty competitive going on here. Interestingly, Knight has chosen to take the berries much slower than taking the ostrich here. Civilizations are Bulgarians for Knight and Magyars for Caidos. Some quick walls coming up here for Caidos, as he is definitely trying to keep things very tightly compact here. I actually really like these walls. These trees make it a little bit awkward, I think, but should make walling a bit easier. Knight on the other side, walls not really looking to be much of an option, to be honest. Alright, so Knight has elected to go for some hunt and some berries, but on the other side, just going to be hunt. Should be pretty interesting. Looks like we did lose some HP here from this scout for Knight. Not sure what happened there. Nonetheless, scouts are going to duke it out, and Knight has to run. He's lost far too much HP to fight that. Villager counts are equal right now, and if you check the top corner, it looks like both players are getting villagers out at near identical times. Yeah, the map is a little bit unfortunate, Noggle. But like I said, the purpose of these show matches are to find flaws in the maps, as well as have some competitive things to watch. It's not really ideal here. To be fair, it definitely is a little bit off, and we'll have to try to fix that a little bit if we can with the generation. But ultimately, players did not call for the restart. They did have that option available to them, and so we will continue. Alright, so Knight is on his way up, so is Caidos, looking to be very, very close here. It looks like Knight maybe had a little bit more idle time, or do we have a loom, no loom situation here? Oh, loom for both. Interesting. Not exactly sure how we ended up with that discrepancy. They were pretty much match for match there. But, nonetheless, still a lot of goats here. Still some hunt here. Forward barracks strategy here, actually. Is it bad, though? They are both on the edge. Better wood for Caidos, no doubt, but still. I mean, it's not terrible, because this is still wood that he can take, but it's really not ideal. Like, I don't know. We'll have to talk about it, Hitch. We'll see. We're not going to edit very many of these maps unless like we have some serious discrepancies. If this is a gen that we see every single time in 1v1, we'll revisit it then. Not sure on civs though. I mean, Bulgarians have great scouts. They really do. Knight actually electing to go for the man-at-arms since they are free, bringing one out to run this away. A very interesting strategy here. And then Stable will come down as well. Stable coming up for Caidos as well. He is fully walled here, except for in front of his town center. So Knight will have to run in past that if he's going to do any damage, other than spread villagers across the map. Interesting move here, sending those so far away. Guess he's really worried about the incoming attacks. Nonetheless, it's looking to be pretty close still. Villager counts now still just one ahead for Caidos here, and he's actually going to wall up all of these villas, keep his eco as safe as possible. Magyar scouts being super cheap, very, very nice for him. And Caidos did just go ahead and build a mill here in the center, so he's not worried too much about middle pressure at this point. And Knight has elected to start attacking the stable. Walls are starting to come up here for Knight Noble, though. I'm guessing he's going to try to just take what wood he has to, and then drop TC somewhere with some wood later on. But Blacksmith on its way up. Blacksmith upgrades come in super quick for Bulgarians. Kind of unfortunate, though, that Caidos gets attack for free, so he can't really take low number fights here as he does not have that additional attack. 4 scouts for Caidos moving out, 3 scouts and a spear here for Knight Noble. Shouldn't be too much of a conflict early on here, as Caidos is actually just going to try to run up here, and he could easily find some damage on this wood line. Could actually push Knight off of wood, but looks like he's in the middle here going after villagers. Also not a bad strategy. Knight also has his defense in already, so now that +1 attack is kind of negated at this point because of the additional defense here. Ooh, heavy play on scouts here. Gonna be very aggressive early on, which is one of the reasons we made this map how we did. Hitch gets all the credit for every map in this pool except for Caidos actually created a map that we will see, I believe, very much in this tournament called Dry Lake, which we might see later. I'm not sure. I have not looked at every game to see what is what, but nonetheless, should be very interesting to see what happens here at night. Very heavy on his farming. Same with Caidos, as you would expect with a scout build. 12 farms for Caidos, and we're only up to 10 here for Knight. So food eco is a bit better here for Caidos as he sends 5 scouts forward, and he's got a few units back at home. Wood lines could use refreshed here. Looks like we might be waiting for some wood here to build a lumber camp, or mining camp. Nonetheless, though, see what these scouts can do. They're just kind of waiting around over here. They're waiting for that defensive upgrade to click in, and it is almost there. Now this is where this map gen might become something we have to really pay attention to, is this wood. It really is unfortunate here that this is the wood gen. There are a few weak scouts here. Gonna see an attempt of quick walls. He does get the quick walls down just in time. A palisade wall went down in between those houses. Knight Noble will lose at least 1 villager here. Then that should be about it. So was able to save alive of at least 6 of these, it looks like. But Knight Noble is forward, and he is attacking. He's not too worried about his home defense. Lots of weak scouts here as well, so not so problematic, especially since he's walled off some of his villagers. Spearmen coming out for defense here, and if they get some attacks on these scouts, it will be fairly good for them. Very interesting with the very forward defenses over here. It looks like we could have a break in here. Knight would have to get in and oh, he's turning around. He's trying to redo everything. Villagers are on their way over, and looks like Knight's actually chosen to leave to go deal with this attack here as he's trying to get a second stable down, and he will lose 2 more villagers, potentially a 3rd and a 4th. But nope, he does run away here. Pretty nice snipes there, though. Caidos now with a 37 to 33 villager lead. Barracks still under attack, but really a missed an opportunity to go in here as he had to go back to deal with everything. Scouts still forward here. Again, lots of low HP scouts. Not exactly the same on the other side. Knight here is doing so well keeping these up, especially with the barracks pressure right here. Nogle, this is Battlegrounds. This will be game 1 for every game in these show matches. Will also be game 1 in an upcoming tournament. When we announce details, you'll see all that. So the spear is back in defense here. Scouts just chilling, not really attacking here, not really what you want to see. Stable is just going to be getting repaired. Caidos did see the double stable, so he is aware that he is going to be down in the stable production, but I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem for him. Caidos comes out with a lot of scouts here, a lot of spears here as well for Knight, though, and I think this is a pretty rough fight here for Caidos, as he's definitely lost way more here, and now Knight has got quite the military advantage. However, Eco's catching up. Caidos not being able to keep up his villager eco quite as well. It did go for wheelbarrow early on, and we do have a sneaky archery range in the back of his base. That could lead to a very interesting situation, though. We do have Knight here getting some stone, maybe thinking a creep post or some additional town centers. Maybe even some towers here before too long. Stable going to be going up here, and an additional palisade will keep these units walled out. Knight has the military advantage for sure, 20 to 0 at this point. Just needs to break in and do some damage here. Lots of spearmen as well. Pretty heavy feudal aggression. He is not on his way up though, and his eco is not either. Few knights out for Caidos here, and this will get pretty rough here. Caidos, the map, or Caidos, sorry, Nogle, the map pool is in the scenarios map. It's called the Hitch map pack, and you also need to download Dry Lakes, which is a map that Caidos created. Some more quick walls coming down here. Scouts not going to be able to get in here and do any damage. Bloodlines coming in on those as well, so they will be a little bit tankier. Problem is, though, we almost have Caidos in Castle Age. He will have 2 stable production, and at the same time, I've clicked Fog of War. We have some archers here from Caidos, so he's going to try to deal with the spearmen at the very least here. With those, should be pretty rough. Knight knows he's behind now. He's definitely, his eco's very far behind after making all these military units. Gonna be interesting to see here. We should see knights come out here. And they are gonna have another attack on them being Magyars. We'll also have what we see here, second defense upgrade coming in for Caidos as well. Chain barding will be in. We'll have probably 4 knights by the time he lets these units out here. Archers already forward, taking some HP off of these units as well. Not sure that I really like the archery range play here, but I mean, probably would have been necessary at some point anyways. Question is, when will we see these knights come out? The upgrade is already in, so he has fully upgraded Castle Age knights against scouts. The archers again picking off quite a few spearmen here. Really unfortunate. I think 3 or 4 spearmen just went down right there. Knight is pulling back. I think he's definitely going to be in for some trouble here soon. He will be able to click up here just in a second. He can click up now if he has the buildings, which he does. And knights are out, but 7 fully upgraded Castle Age knights against 19 scouts. Even though you're going to probably take a decent fight with those numbers, still, you're not going to be able to take out as many as you might think here. Caidos ran back. I'm not really sure. I think he was on the hill. Didn't really care to take that fight. But nonetheless, Knight is not going to be able to fight this for long. He is on his way up, though, so he is buying a good bit of time with these scouts, trying to keep the fight at Caidos' base so he doesn't have pressure coming into his eco. But the villager lead is still for Knight. We haven't had any additional TCs yet from Caidos, so he's not able to boom up very much. He's really focusing on getting Knight numbers out. I'm actually going to see 3 stables here from Knight. Definitely not too surprising. He's going to have to catch up in Knight numbers pretty quickly here. On Battlegrounds, you do have a very limited gold and stone, meant to keep it this way to force players to go for the center of the map here. Oh, and Caidos did. He actually did get another town center up, just up in the north. I forgot he had some villagers up there, actually. Knights will arrive here. Quick walls on the gold. Gold villagers will be safe for now, but with +2 attack and defense, villagers will go down by and under this town center here. Knight is up and will be producing units out of 3 stables. Ooh, defensive castle at home with only 1 villager here for Knight, so he wants to try to go for stirrups nice and early. Oh no, he's gonna be found out though. Yeah, villagers will die. That castle's not going up. Production on its way, but still has to deal with this back at home. He is losing villagers. He's falling quite a bit behind now. Woodline also still available. A lot of knights at home. A lot of weak knights came home, and we have the monk here to heal them up, actually. Very nice touch here from Caidos. Even though he was ahead in numbers, he did get himself in a good position there. It looks like he did just grab a conversion as well. Caidos does have to leave. Castle will have to go up here. Not really a big fan of that castle. I guess it does defend the eco pretty nicely, but still feels pretty bad, man, that this is the castle placement. But I mean, he does have quite a bit of gold and stone still here. Gonna build a town center there as well. stable going to be going down here rather quickly. Hey, Davey. What's up, man? Well, this is the show match they've played already, so we'll see how things go, though. That was a pretty quick takedown of one stable, though. Knight is pretty far behind at 15 villagers right now, looking to be in decent shape here. Caidos is just expanding some eco in the north as well, so he's looking to be in a pretty comfortable position, whereas he has lots of military numbers, is healing them up quite a bit with monks as well. And this fight gonna be coming in here. Maybe the last one we see. We do have stirrups coming in though, so even with less numbers, it might be a pretty decent fight. And actually doesn't have less numbers. I mean, there's scouts in there, so it is definitely less numbers, but we'll need to step up on the production. Light cav upgrade is coming in here as well, but taking a fight now. Looks like we already have one conversion. Gonna get a second one here. Scouts dive before the light cav upgrade is completed, and yeah, pretty rough fight, honestly. Military lead now in favor of Caidos by 17 at this point. Just updated and reduced the likelihood of limited trees in the back. Alright, Hitch. Sounds good, sir. Even though Knight's been able to hang on for this bit of time here, I think with all his military production buildings forward and being now 20 villagers behind, this one should come to a pretty swift end here. Even a Magyar Cav Archer or a few coming out as well. Yeah, and he's just going to start taking down production buildings here. Defensive creep post at home as well. And yep, just going to destroy all the production really. It's going to be the best thing he can do at this point. Destroy the production and then move in on his main eco here. Guys, I apologize, but I do have to step out real quick. I'll be right back as I put you on the view lock here. Alright, sorry about that, guys, but yeah, it looks like that pretty much what I was saying was going to happen has happened. So we see lots of production buildings gone down here for Knight. Trying to get a town center in the middle on some wood and some gold. Taking some fights here, but no military to 32 right now. Definitely not what you want to see. Forward castle for the Magyar player as well. He also has some cav archers that ran in here, unfortunately under a creep post, but they're going to be able to do a little bit of damage to the eco here. Imp coming for Caidos as well. Definitely not what you want to see if you're in Knight's position here. Played well, just a little bit too heavy on the feudal aggression. Caidos being able to be completely walled at that point. It's like a farm TC here even for Caidos. And I think as soon as the imp comes in, I would expect to see the GG. Hitch is very happy about the aggression. I agree. Gotta love this bug, guys. Gotta love it. But yeah, I'm very happy with this map. We've used this map, like I said before. Um, it was Team Battlegrounds. It was in that map pool, and it was 2v2s at the time. And I think it was definitely one of the better maps of the tournament. Obviously, we use some regular maps as well, but this tournament that we're going to do next will be fully custom maps, and I can't wait to see what else we have in store for this tournament coming up. Very excited to see some of these maps. I've got some more show matches scheduled. People have, I think someone told me they're going to be playing this weekend. A couple people are going to play a few games here or there, however they can get the games in. And we're going to get a lot of show matches in here. Tournament will be coming. Date is still pending. Still waiting to see what we have to do with the maps here. And yeah, Nogle's playing in one against... Is it Matt you're playing against? I forget. Nonetheless, still some scouts here from Caidos. Sends those in a dive, more likely just to see what he's got produced over here. Imperial Age is in, and this town center will absolutely melt. Yep, GG's come in. Well played for both. I think that Caidos has just had a bit of a favorable map here for himself. Could wall up nice and easily, defend from everything, and obviously Hitch already felt the need to change it. He's already uploaded it. So Nogle, make sure you and your opponent update the mod pack before you guys play, and I'll have to post that. Or Hitch, if you could post that in the RMS channel to let everyone know that we've updated it. Nonetheless, well played from everybody here. Knight obviously falling in game number 1. So we will have to update our scoreboard here before we load into game number 2. And well played. I was very happy with the aggression as well. It's definitely why we made this map this way. So guys, yeah, if you just downloaded it, I think Hitch just fixed it, so yeah, it should be pretty good for you. Alright guys, be right back with game number 2. Yeah, guys, I'll have to add it. I just redid the casting overlay there to add the new scoreboard. Uh, I've never used this scoreboard before today, so I had to set up a whole new scene, get everything set up. I have not turned the chat box on, but I will once we get into game number 2 here on Sunken Isthmuses. Oh, baby. Alright, everybody, if you are just joining us, this is game number 2 in a best of 5 show match here. This is going to be an interesting one indeed. We're going to take a quick second to add up our chat box so you guys can see what everyone is saying here. Just a minute here. Let's actually pause this game. Just take a second, guys. Alright, I believe we should be good. Can't get the mod or can't select the maps. Not sure what you guys are talking about at the moment. Nonetheless, guys, game number 2 on Sunken Isthmuses here. We have Knight Noble with the Italians in blue, and on the other side we have Caidos101 with the red as well. Next thing to discuss. This is a very similar thing to what Team Islands would be, but you have the bridge between islands. This map is also outfitted to play up to 8 players. Each would start with an individual island and have this barrier in between as well. So going to be very interesting to see if people wall this map or if they go full water. No matter what, I'm very interested to see how these go. It's going to be an interesting one, that's for sure. So players obviously going to be pretty much on a like water hybrid build. Would expect to see no one take berries to start, and there will be some interesting things here. As you can see, the res distribution here also pretty interesting, as this main gold here for Knight is very much safe, but his secondary and third gold, as well as his only 2 stones, very forward. But on the other side, Caidos, with an even worse map for himself, definitely have to protect yourself on your island here. So given this map generation, especially how players are going to need to adapt to it, I really like how this actually generated, because this means you need to secure your island. This is going to mean more water battles, and you're going to have to wall off this bridge to the other island somehow. Or you're going to have to be very, very aggressive. Quiet caster. What? Is that better? I'm like eating my mic now, but is that better? Hopefully. Alright, so fixed. Okay, yeah, okay. Just have to eat it. It's cool. Yeah, no problem. Sorry, guys. So we are going to look into how players play this map. Hitch, I don't really want you to change this generation. I really actually like it. It's standard res, but it's spread out a bit farther, making it more important to protect yourself and wall things up. A back dock here from Caidos, literally on the edge of the map. Very interesting here. Oh, he actually deletes it. Deletes it and loses quite a bit of res that way as well. Not exactly sure the reasoning there. Maybe that was a misclick, but that was quite an unfortunate thing for him there. Scout just gonna patrol here. I actually really like this by Caidos. He's understanding that he's got his own island and his opponent has his island as well. Gonna get the first couple hits in there, actually get the advantage there as well. Back dock over here for Knight Noble as well. This one not quite as awkward as Caidos' first map, first dock. This one here also gonna be in the same area. Not too bad right there. Still the scout gonna patrol, and this is what I like right here. So we are gonna see these early walls come up here. Had a gate there, decided to delete it as well. Caidos is very uncertain about this map. It looks like, nonetheless, it's gonna be ever more important to get onto water now and get things safe. Nomad Islands. I mean, it kind of feels like a nomad-like island, I guess, but I don't. Considering you start with a town center, no. Nonetheless, we do have some fishing ships out here. Normal islands, yes, normal islands. Oh god, I can't read. Sorry, normal islands indeed. Looks like we have Caidos or Knight getting loom already. He's really low on food though. Getting loom and going to gold very early. Just wait until Castle Age. Alright. Yeah. 1 second. Type someone. Is that better, folks? Maybe. Maybe. Very unfortunate that Knight has gone to gold so early. I feel like that was a bit worse. You love typing. Test typing, yes. Villager forward. Misclick maybe? What? Yeah, he just laughs. So, villager count's still pretty close. Caidos one ahead. Looks like he's got 4 fishing ships compared to 4 fishing ships. Now 5 over here for Knight. So Knight is ahead. Caidos did click up a bit earlier. I think Caidos maybe just had a little bit better food eco here. There are 2 sets of deer on this island. Is that the same over here? I know there was some here. Yep, that's the same. So there is additional hunt here as well, and that's unfortunate. Knight missed his sheep here. Kind of hurts. Doesn't see these deer here either. Over here, very nice. Oh, we have a wall-off attempt, but I believe that this is open back here. So hopefully Knight realized this. Scout still on the island over here for Caidos, so he is aware of where his opponent is. Doc coming up a little bit farther forward here, most likely for some fire ships here. And yes, indeed, we have fire galleys. But we are going to see 3 dock play here from Knight and only 2 from Caidos. He is going to be ahead in production, though. Getting housed, going to drop a few of them here to prevent that from happening again. Villagers obviously going to be producing, but since he's a little bit behind there, not exactly ideal. Oh, there was a hole. And we have sneak villager. There's a hole and we have a sneak villager. He doesn't notice there's a hole. Oh, this could be ugly. This could be very ugly here. Scout forward here from Knight, but it's just going to be attacking palisade walls. Scout also still forward right here. Villager's going to get caught out here. Fire ship's going to be faster over here as well. And Knight actually going to lose a vill there. Quite unfortunate. And, oh, sneak villager. Stables. Stables on the enemy island. Fire ship's actually going to be in worse shape here for Caidos, as he's going to be down by 1 at least. And, I don't think he's going to go very heavy on water, though, at this point, as we have a forward stable. I would expect to see scouts, no question. Let's see what we see. We see 1 gold, 1 and 2 stones, so very good position here for him. Knight, oh, he did not get a scout over there earlier, so he's actually not even going to be able to know what's going on at home here. Can't even scout the barracks as well. It looks like it's going to be a rough situation here for Knight at this point. Unless he spots this, maybe if he spots it, he'll be okay. Knight's actually pretty good on res, but he is producing lots of boats right now. And Caidos is quite a bit farther behind. Probably due to the fact that he's going to be, well, Caidos is 3 vills ahead. He's only not on as much food, I think, is the issue. Caidos already transitioning to shorefish and berries. Fire ship's also going to go down here for Caidos, so it should be in good position here, actually. But scouts are going to be out. That might be the equalizer here. Knight still super heavy on here and still producing galleys, still producing vills, so he's still constantly producing. He is taking down the last of the boats here, the fishing ships. It's going to be a big demo shot. Oof. 2 go down, 1 almost there. Scout's still not able to get in. Yeah, still a hole here. I wonder if Knight even realized that that was a hole at this point. Yeah, I think he believes that he's safe. And his scout has spent time after time taking whack after whack against this. I think it would have been better off to just bring fire ship over, or galley even. Has no idea. Yeah, has no idea that he's been over here. How many scouts do we have in here now? He's been building scouts for a while. 3 scouts, so not quite as many as one might have thought. Maybe surprised about losing water here. And it's looking pretty dire. Oh, the repairs come in. Not enough to save it, but enough to save these 2. So maybe he thinks he's going to keep fighting back on water and he needs to deal with that. He's actually changed the position of this scout like 3 times as well. It's quite unfortunate. Skill building armor going to come in for these scouts. For scout number 4 coming in. And we have a beautiful house on this island. Another thing to point out here that I haven't mentioned about on this map in general, we do have one relic on each island, so those relics could become quite important in the late game. Gold is rather light. It's just a standard gold gen. There's not any additional gold on the map, so definitely need to be aggressive. Definitely have to force yourself in good position. Oh, and the scouts are out. Vil finally comes over here. Vil does see this. But does he know what killed it? He does see the stable now, so he was going down here to build a house to possibly check for a landing, but he didn't react to it actually, thinking maybe he was just being attacked on water, and another villager will die. Looks like we might even see a few more go down here. Oh, some beautiful blocking with the scout there. And now he's just diving. Quick walls are trying to come in. Has to idle right here. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. More villagers go down. Lots of idols here. He is going to win water. Heavily going to win water, but the problem's no longer on the water. Fortunately, he did get quite a bit of HP off of these, but doesn't even have a barracks down yet. Really not a good time. Back dock going to get spotted out here. Shorefish and berries really paying off for Caidos. He has no shorefish, or has no more fishing boats. And, yeah, Knight will win water here, but at what cost on land? Knight is only ahead by one population now. His island is still invaded upon. Really only going to have a little bit of gold. Not going to have a ton. Really not looking all that great. I mean, he is looking great on water. He is getting some nice galley micro here. Scout still mindlessly attacking a wall. Stables, or barracks back here at home in case scouts were ever an issue on his own island, which is more than Knight could say a few minutes ago. And again, here comes the scouts. Scouts doing a lot of damage here, causing more idle time. Gonna pick off yet another villager. And Caidos all but needs to go back here. There's a hole on the gold. The wood line's chopped through on this side. Oh no. So many villagers have to run. Oof. Yeah, I mean he's doing fine with the water control. The problem is water isn't gonna save him whenever he's only on water with 5 fishing chips. His food eco is only 9. And he's in trouble. He's gonna have to. He's actually on his way up to Castle Age as well. But as we say that, Caidos probably producing knights now. Not quite. Archers, actually. Scouts picking off more villagers. Caidos is collecting lots and lots of free kills, really. No military I've seen from Knight yet. Not a single military unit other than ships. Which he is going to take Caidos off of water right now. Completely off water. Defensive tower is an interesting touch. Scout here, still, there's a hole actually now. It was deleted. Did he send forward more villagers? Archers, not exactly ideal production here, Caidos. If you produce crossbows faster than you produce archers, just so you know. Could have canceled the archer play. But it doesn't look like he's in much of a hurry, being as he is quite far ahead on the land aggression market here. I would have liked to have seen Knight try to wall this here, since he did wall up all this. Forward town center here. Building deleted. That was a town center. Apparently we had some rethought on that one. I don't like that he got War Galley, to be honest. I think he was so far ahead on water that he was just kind of instinct to click it. He's still producing. Oh no, look at the production from Knight. He means business on water. He wants to win everything on water, but he's just getting destroyed on land. Knight's forward. This town center is here, but for how long? Yeah, I think adding archers is great because he can kill any spears that come his way. Um, Definitely going to try to make sure he's not on water. A scout's still attacking walls. It's still painful. Crossbows are in. You're going to lose a few crossbows here. Not exactly ideal. Actually going to lose all of his crossbows there. Didn't really use them for what we thought he was going to. 2 more villagers will die here. They are quick walled in to the wood, but the wood line might be a hole here. Really just in rough position. I'm not sure I see a way back here for night at this point. On water yet again. 4, 5. Yeah, only 5 fishing ships. Caidos gets siege up. It's GG. Yep. Here 6, 7, 8. It was 9. So he has 9 on water actually. So all of his food eco at the moment. Oh no. All of his food eco. He's being decimated on land, and all of his food eco is on water. It's not enough food eco to produce enough land units to deal with this. Well, we've killed a barracks since it was no longer useful. Fire ships on their way around might catch a vill or 2 on the shoreline. Really about the best that he can hope for. Oh no, the scouts and the knights in here. More villagers die. Looks like at least 3 went down over here. And idle eco everywhere. Knights and crossbows now in on the town center here. Knight has yet to notice. Finally notices. A few more vills did go down there though. Fire ship is going to take villager HP. Nope, gonna get a vill kill actually. Caidos is obviously focused on the front. Siege workshop is up. Ooh, using the galleys to attack it. Not the worst plan, but I don't think it's gonna matter much. Monastery on its way up. Hitch wants to cry. Yeah, this is a tough position here. Very low numbers now. Some knights here, but another vill kill. Oh, 2 more vill kills here potentially. Those aren't knights, but they are going to get it. Monastery, and we have the siege workshop forward. Just going to repair it. And now he's fighting with vills while under the TC fire. When it was just scouts, but again, running the eco, idling the eco, losing more and more villagers here. 40 vills to 55 now. Some knights distracting here just to repair this. Town center's losing tons of HP already. On water, he definitely has the advantage, but still what? Only 8 fishing ships. Idleville back here, not even on gold at this point. Yeah, the villagers are all weak, it looks like. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And so many idols. Only 1 mangonel. I think we get a couple more mangonels here, and he's in good position. That's unfortunate. Almost lost a monk to that, but it's defensive siege workshop. But I don't think he realizes how far behind he is. He actually has the score lead, and he has the score lead because he has water military. Just not gonna save him in this situation. And yeah, strong eco lead. If you look at the eco here from Knight, and then you look at the eco here from Caidos, still actually pretty close, but there is almost a castle coming in for Caidos. Oh no! Villagers going after this. An excellent plan. There's nothing here to defend the mangonel. He will save that one. Loses the vill. Knights are now pouring out. Oh no, so many villas caught out again. More villas going down here. Oh, so painful. So painful. And now the mangonel's caught out. Actually, not going to be as big of a deal as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, I think that there's not really anything coming in the way of him staying alive here. I really think that these fish aren't even working. Oh, that's painful. I really think he has the lead because of his military numbers. He still has the lead, quite a large number, but it's definitely very deceptive. Water score is very, very deceptive when it comes to this. Still harassing some vills on the shoreline here. Might even get a kill or 2, but more farm eco. 2 town centers at home. Some defensive towers at home even. But Siege Workshop down, so Knight is going to defend a little bit. But with this eco lead, are we going to see Imp here from Caidos? No, not yet. Not yet. Knight goes out here for Stone, maybe thinking a defensive castle. Another town center here. There is no mirror pick, but yes, they both picked Italians. I think Italians are quite well suited for this map, to be honest. I definitely think it's a good position for Italians to be in. Very little gold on the map, so not bad, but I mean it doesn't look good for Knight again here in game number 2. Did convert a galley. It's always a nice touch. Patrolling on this side. I don't even think we're going to try for water again on this side here, as we have 3 town centers at home. And it looks like we've got another siege workshop up here with a ram. Mangonels are out. And oh, look at this. He's got enough for a castle. We're going to see Vills filing forward soon. It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. Lots of weak knights here, actually, for Knight. Really not good. Does get a conversion there, but he's going to be out of knights here in a minute. Mangonels will also go down, and really just not a great position to be in. Town center might actually fall to knights. Battering ram is forward. Monk was in there as well, goes down. Villagers on the run. Really just not good. Ram will just take that out. We have a lot of things here from Knight on villagers here. You love this from Knight. He's very stubborn. He's definitely being as stubborn as he can be to survive in this one as long as he can. What's his stone count? He actually has enough for a defensive castle as well. But where do you put that castle at? Your island has been infiltrated so badly. I don't think you can. I'm really just waiting to see a bunch of villas come flying across the map for a get out of my game castle drop. And the knights, rams, and crossbows by themselves will do the deal. It's really unfortunate too that we have 3 idle fishing ships here when we have full water. Four idle fishing ships. Full water control, 4 idle fishing ships. Definitely not what you want to see here. Bunch of water, military. It's probably the reason the score. So, oh no, no. No, don't build that castle. The ram is right there. The villagers are all dying. Oh, talk about throwing the game now. That is a doubt castle. We have the doubt mod enabled for a reason, folks. This castle will just get rammed down. He does not have enough villas to deal with it. Crossbows sitting behind. Knights all over the map. Yeah, it's almost gone right now. Last ditch effort maybe. Just wants to try to get the castle up. I don't even know what percentage that castle is at. 56%. Oh, yeah, not going up. I expect a GG. I definitely expect a GG anytime. Castle will go down here. There's no getting that castle up. He's giving it his all. He's really giving it his all. You have to give the man credit for trying, but down to 25 villagers, setting the farm. Every village he's got left, he's going after this thing, and I still don't think it's going up. I think he's going to run out of villas before it goes up at this point. And down goes the Doubt Castle. Town center going to go down too. Villager count non-existent at this point, and the capital GG comes in. Oh, whoops. I clicked the wrong button too quickly. Okay, so 2 very important things to point out here. Very important. First of all, this is not part of the 2 things. I love this map. I think he played it perfectly. Caidos walled up at home, did a little bit of water presence, crossed over here because this wasn't walled. This is the important part right here. This being open. Really, really killed him, obviously. But this island, the res distribution makes it so important to secure your island that I actually love that. Second most important thing that Knight struggled with, he had full water control. Built very little fishing ships. He could have had at least 15 of them, I think. But nonetheless, did give it his all, fought until he couldn't fight anymore with potentially one of the worst stout castles I've seen in a long time. And yeah, Caidos played it well. Italians work out completely well on this map. Wood, still plenty of wood on the map. This was a 42-minute in-game map, so this could have gone the distance here and still had some res on either island. Might even see some Portuguese or Malay even played on this island. Could be very interesting to see different Civ matchups on this island, or this Sunken Isthmuses map. Very, very entertaining. Also quite unfortunate that the sheep were not found by night there. Nonetheless, guys, statistics. I mean, it's not going to be the prettiest statistics in the world, but you can definitely see who had the lead here. Even without having water, food was way, way higher here for Caidos. And obviously the villager count being crazy different. GG, well played from both. We are going to have to move on to another game, guys, as we update the scoreboard. Best of 5, Caidos only needs one more game to win it. Knight fighting for his best of 5 life here when we return with game number 3. Alright, everybody, welcome back to game number 3. It's do or die for Knight Noble here in this best of 5. He has to win game number 3 to force the next one. If you guys don't know what this map is called Arena Cove. Very lovely generation. I really like this map. This one generates the same, whereas positions on the map. Very nice situation. Nope, I'm not muted. My apologies. But we have a very lovely map gen for either side. Obviously, you can see it is a bit of an arena. We have the giant water cove in the middle here, and both players on either side. Interestingly enough, 2 golds, 1 stone for both players? Yep. So very limited res on the inside here. Obviously very open shoreline for transport ships to possibly come by. Even could transport down here and try to be really sneaky and bringing everybody up. Going to be very interesting to see how this one plays out. Caidos actually went with Turks here. Turks is a very interesting civilization choice. Not one that I would choose, to be honest. But Byzantines on the other side here for Knight Noble. Interestingly enough, real quick, Byzantines obviously get some very interesting bonuses for this. Obviously, 5 ships attacking faster, get a bunch of free town watch. Advancing to the Imperial Age is quicker. More HP on buildings, also nice, and cheaper trash units, as well as camels. Turks is why I really want to look at these. I'm not sure why Turks was chosen. I guess maybe we're going to try to land with some scout cavalry or some light cav. Should be a very interesting one nonetheless. Lots better gunpowder though, so maybe faster to the gunpowder in the late game. Just have to wait see. The map looks like a toilet seat. Well, I suppose it probably does a little bit. Yeah, no one's pointed that out to us yet. That's entertaining. Alan, that's great, actually. I like it. We'll have a real name called Arena Cove, and then you guys can call it the toilet or the toilet seat. Should be interesting. The life of a map maker is hard. Yes, it is. That's why I'm not doing it, and I've gotten you to do it for me, buddy. Alright, so we have a very interesting start, obviously. Dark Age, obviously not going to be very entertaining. Dock times are going to be pretty important here. Additionally, only 2 boars and you're starting sheep inside. No real additional sheep on the map, so boars are going to be needing to come in very quickly. One boar starts closer to the town center here. Knight hasn't brought this one in yet. Knight's other one was also up here by the gates. The generation is quite fair, actually, as this one is also on the gate. Knight Noble forward here. And actually we have Caidos moving out as well, just doing some scouting, trying to find out where those extra resources are. Stables could become important for both players soon enough in feudal, depending if we see transport ships. We do have the dock times pretty close. Looks like we're gonna have Knight on the dock just a bit sooner, and then going for those shore fish. So, what does this look like for the players right now? We have 6 on wood and 10 on gold here for Caidos, and same for Knight Noble as well, actually. Boar, bringing it in, waiting to collect all of this one first. Going to a straggler tree out here with this villager. Interesting choice. Nonetheless, getting housed is Caidos, really not ideal. And on the other side, Knight is actually going to be housed for like a split second here, but his house will be up a bit quicker. One fishing ship out for either side at this point. Going to be very important here. Yeah, there are no forageables here on this one. We may need to revisit that. We may have restricted food a bit too much here, to be honest. As going to be annoying and keep attacking this one here. It does take away from the water focus, yes. But, I mean, you're going to have to fight for water. And maybe if we add some forageables, potentially you only add like 2 bushes or something. It gives them a little bit, but not enough to do a ton of extra things with. We'll discuss more map gens after. Again, I don't really want to mess with the balance of the maps until we have everyone play on our current balance. I want to see how things go. Quit moving. Caster, quit moving. Can't hear you. I'm like eating my microphone. I'm really not moving. You became quiet. Okay, fair enough. Nonetheless, we aren't going to really mess with map balance too much until we have these show matches in, and we have quite a few of them in. We're going to see multiple generations, and we want to see a lot of people's feedback before we decide on what we're going to do with these. If we decide we add berries, we'll discuss and go forward. We still are not done with the map pool either. It's still a few short. Definitely have to get a few more maps situated before we get there. Feudal Age coming in much faster now for Caidos. He is going to be so much farther ahead. Should see a second dock come down here for him as well. I feel like Knight has just been behind a bit here on his up times. Really, really not ideal. And actually going to be quite a bit behind at this rate. Oh boy. Oh, I switched the guy. My bad. Knight can click up too. What is he waiting for? Waiting for more villagers to be thrown out. Yeah, I know you're going to fix some problems. I know Sunken Isthmuses, we had an issue where we were getting one player with 11 tiles of gold and one player with 4. And I know you fixed that one before this one as well. But again, that's the point of the show match, is to get some people to play these maps, not only get feedback, but to get a feel of how these maps are going to play out, and apparently get some interesting nicknames for the maps, as this is Arena Cove, aka the toilet seat. Toilet seat. Alright, very heavy on gold, yes. We have 6 fills for one side, 4 for the other, which is going to be very important for Fire Galley production. 2 dock production over here compared to 3. Knight, I think, has a bit better take on the meta for water here, as he's now sending some more villagers to wood, and also onto gold. Production out of everything is going to be very important. I'm really curious to see if we see a transport ship of any kind. Fire galley is on its way over here, and fire ships will immediately go to the dock to deposit food and then be attacked. We are running with all of them in multiple directions though, but the production is a bit faster. Now fire galleys fire faster for Byzantines, so Byzantines are definitely better on water. Definitely going to win in even numbers or close numbers for fire ship battles. I personally played this one. I played a random person in the lobby, explained the map to him a little bit, and played Italians, and won with a Genoese crossbow push. Was entertaining. I was completely off of water, but pushed with the Genoese crossbows and ended up winning that game. It was very, very entertaining. Nonetheless, villager counts pretty in favor of Knight right now because obviously he went up later, but some of that is fishing ships as well. But undisturbed eco over here, lots of villagers fishing on this side. Caidos does know that he is outmatched on docks, but has not built a third. Up here comes the third now that he's starting to lose the fight here. I'd like to see that dock just a little bit sooner for him. Going to be a very interesting battle though, as we see we're going to have a lot of variation as to how we're fighting on water. As Knight is chasing one, Caidos is going to destroy a fire galley quite efficiently. Now Knight on the back foot running. This one will go down here. 3 docks on either side now. Starting to pay off slowly, yes, but as long as we see production, and I don't know, Caidos is taking some pretty rough fights right now, and his production is just not quite as good as you see up in the top corner. 3 production right now for Knight as compared to 1 for Caidos. And then, yeah, this fight really not paying off. Watch how much faster these ships go down. If it was a 1v1 fight, you would definitely be able to see it. Obviously, not a 1v1, but a lot more fire galleys going down for Caidos than for Knight. And here come 3 more on this side. And then we're only going to have 1 pop out over here. Or it already popped out. It'll eventually end up with Byzantines winning water, no question. So we're going to have to see if we're going to see any sort of sneaky transport. I'd love to have seen a transport already. Obviously going to be hard to land right now, but it would have been very entertaining to see. It was also another thing that happened when we were playing. Hitch and I played against Knight and Weasel, and one of them landed me and I pretty much died. So yeah, the micro on the repairs is nice. Also kind of a very important factor at this point, as these ships are going to be losing battles here quite significantly, as it's only 5-3, and with 25% faster firing, those ships stand no chance really. Down they go. Caidos is off of water, which is really good for Knight, as he is still down by quite a few games now. Down 2 games to none. Looks like we have the win for water. Also, very nice over here that we see a forward stable and we see a mill from Caidos already, so we already know that he is thinking about getting some land aggression in here, trying to fight for everything that he can here. Let's go ahead and see what we have in these docks. 1 fire ship and a demo, and 1 fire ship and a demo here in a second. Demo actually getting a very nice hit off here. It looks like we are going to have those spread apart now, and actually going to go over here and take that one out, okay? Still not enough fire galleys to deal with this. Looking to be very, very rough. Oh, Hitch, I don't want you to fix that. I like that it could be a really sneaky one. I think you could dock down here even. Build 1 dock down there and try to transport. I like that that's a possibility, to be honest. Blacksmith coming up on this side. 1 dock already down. Let's see what the production is like now. I mean, obviously still some production over here. Fishing boats still not being killed. Oh, here we go. We're going to get these killed off. Not producing more fishing ships, though. I think he's definitely going to need to get into that here before too long. Scouts are being created, more houses coming up. 10 tower actually going to be coming up here on the shoreline. Going to try to save some dock position maybe. Keep fighting on water. Going over here to this stone soon. Interesting position here. Fires are going to do a lot of hunting down for these fishing ships for as long as possible, I believe. Turns out the tower is nice, but it doesn't range quite enough. That was a huge demo shot, but there's fresh fire galleys coming over, and not much behind it, unfortunately. I like the tower, just too little too late. I'm not saying that 5 times fast, or it turns out fire faster. Yeah, not going to say that out loud too many times before I embarrass myself too much. Good demos coming in here, though. This is one way to try to keep yourself back on water. Don't believe that this is shooting maybe out of range. Feels like it should be in range, though. Don't expect tongue twisters. Yeah, did not expect those for sure. Gonna be down to 1 dock here. Gonna be in Castle Age, but 1 dock only. Not ideal. Also, on the way to Castle Age, Knight is 57% of the way there. Market as well. Light cav tacking still. And more light cav coming out here. This could be an interesting position for a dock up here in the north. Even 1 dock with enough light cav could do tons of eco damage here, as Castle Age is yet to come up. Alright, tower is firing. Still not quite enough. Dock will go down. Looks like he's still going to try to keep fighting for water, try to distract at the bare minimum. Villagers heading forward, though. So let's see what happens here. Should hopefully make his way to doing quite a bit of damage here. Outpost on these walls here. Let's see what kind of vision we have for Knight here. Pretty good vision, though. So he can at least see what's going on here. Does have a barracks coming up as well now. Not the worst situation in the world. And these fire galleys, not going to take this out, obviously, but still in an excellent position. Defensive archery range, and a barracks here as well. I don't think he wants to transfer. I think if he wanted to transfer, he would have just built the dock up here, or a little bit closer, but not sure where these villagers are headed. War fire ship comes in as war galley upgrade is now completed. This dock stands no chance. Will he even kill 1? No, not yet. Second town center coming down now. Forward siege workshop. Tell you about what unit? The fire ship? Forgot transports existed. Oh, that's a shame. Tell you about a fire ship? Is that what you're asking for? Or are you talking about the siege workshop? What? Light cav. Not a lot of them. Gonna go ahead and break down some walls with some fire galleys. Not something I thought I'd be seeing today. And we have a good bit of light cav headed forward. Rams. See what the reaction is like here. Smart outposts. I agree, these outposts are wonderful. I have already looked into this here. I mean, what are you talking about? The outposts? The towers? Light cav dock? Did I say light cav dock? That's funny. If I did. But it is possible. Yeah, the outposts are going to probably save him here. So we have a ram and a mangonel. Oh yeah, Caidos, if you would have transported over, all of this is all over here. You can see it. If you had transferred earlier from this direction, great. Or if you were to transfer from, like, say you put a dock here or up here, he would have never seen it coming. 7 light cav. 7 light cav. This town center wasn't even up. If you were up way before him, all these villas would have been pushed off of wood. Interesting play here, though. Double barracks from Byzantines. So we're going to see complete trash. Oh no! He sees everything. He sees everything. Castle going up on this side. Spearmen coming out here. Soon going to be pikemen. These have bought him so much vision. So much vision. That is a beautiful castle. It's on a hill. It's defensive. Gonna be able to wall behind all of this. Gonna have pikemen here in a minute as well. Not gonna have a lot of them, but gonna have enough of them. This castle is gonna go up. Very, very well played. The castle's a great position. Actually gonna be able to get rid of the villagers. Oh, one vill down. Not gonna get the second. Does kill a house. Still in excellent position. The pikemen gonna be out here in number. Would probably be seen. Maybe not gonna see any cav of any kind. I don't even see a stable at this point. Another barracks in the back. Actually baiting the light cav over here. Mangonel gonna try to get a nice shot. Not even gonna get one off though. And actually the attacks from the Mangonel hurting Caidos, and the light cav get demolished. I don't know. I don't know where we go from here. A castle. That's one way to go. Castle here. Get back on water potentially. Water again. I feel like water hasn't been a big enough focal point as we have 11 fishing ships. At least he is on some food eco now, so it's not as bad of a position for him. Pikemen up here gonna do some damage against these. The forward is cleaned up completely. Really looking good for Knight, as we've got the castle up though, which is quite unfortunate. Gonna lose some of these here as well. Not exactly what you want to see. One vill goes down. This archery range might even be denied. Another castle there, not the best castle position. And yep, vill goes down. Another castle. We have two castles and what, 3-4 barrack pikemen push. Really nicely played. And we're gonna see a transport from this side, maybe? Would not be upset seeing that. But I really don't know what Caidos is gonna do here. I really don't know what he can go with Turks. Turks is a questionable decision on this map, to be honest, if you ask me. I think it was a pretty rough situation to be in. I don't like them on this map, to be honest. Knight is on his way to Imperial Age. It was very well defended indeed. Great defense. Imp is coming. 3 town centers soon. Double castles. So we're going to have full pike siege push probably, which will destroy Castle Age units here for Caidos. 4 town center boom in his base. And did I see another town center up here somewhere? No, didn't. Imagining things. 21 plus pikemen. I just wanted to have cannon galleons. Well, I mean, there's plenty of options for cannon galleons. Do you even know what happened with that in our tournament games for the Crusader tournament? If you didn't, it would be even funnier. Even funnier. Yeah, extra range cannon galleons would have been sick. But unfortunately, we're going to see skirm, pike, push with siege. If it lasts that long. Gillnet's finally coming in. Apollo versus Caidos show match when. Unfortunately, their elos are way off, so that won't be happening for quite some time. I believe Apollo's like at best, he's been like 1250-ish elo, and Caidos is like 1400 something at his best probably. So it's gonna be a while. But I would love to see it as well. They may never resign though. It could be so long it's not even funny. It could be quite rough actually. We would just have to wait and see. Archery ranges everywhere. Pikemen just going all across the map here. Everything will be cleaned up here. Imp is in. Imp's coming in for the other side though. We're really gonna try for this cannon galleon play, it looks like. I don't know what he'll have left though. Another interesting point to make here on this, I believe that there would be a very nice situation to go forward and wall something like this to even further cement your position defensively while you're pushing offensively. I think that it could be very interesting. Obviously, still a transport ship could be viable, but I mean, we do see this dock coming up now. But now that we see pikemen coming forward here, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I guess we'll see if we get it in here. We're gonna fast forward a little bit though, because we are gonna go to at least a game 4 here, and we'll go at just double speed just to watch pikemen poke forever. CA coming in for Turks, not the worst play in the world. Waiting to see if we get a cannon galleon, but I think we should have. Oh, we have Arbalest. Interesting choice here. Arbalest and Vils coming forward. Maybe suspecting some sort of the Cav Archer switch here. Free chemistry coming in, which is huge. Oh, he doesn't chase this. This could have actually turned around pretty decently right there if he would have stopped that castle, but now the Arbs are in. I mean, obviously the Cav are going to do a decent job, but their numbers are going to go down, and they're much more expensive here. A Janissary even is out. Vils are dying everywhere. Yeah, Knight has tons of food. Tons of food. And with Byzantine's cheap trash, yeah, we're going to see Ram Arb push, it looks like. All this pikeman only lasted for so long. Castle, well, capped Rams there already. Janissaries are out. His name is Jenny. Cannon galleons! Oh, baby! We finally got him! Although one fire ship's going to kill both of them. Nope, one survived. Arbaleft's unfortunately just going down here. So we do have Cannon Galleon. Nice. Yeah, Knight definitely earned this victory. Siege Ram is in already, though. Treb's coming out as well. Only a matter of time before this gets cleaned up. I do like the Cannon Galleon. It is quite nice that they're out, but oh, big mangonel shot too. Actually, really hurt him on that shot there, but too much water presence still here, and I would expect to see Cannon Galleons not do quite enough here. As the Siege Ram trash Bombard Cannon play with Arbalest behind, gonna do lots of damage. Heavy Scorpion even, interesting choice, but there's gonna be too many Rams and too much trash with Arb behind this for him to do much of anything. And Cannon Galleon play not gonna work out as one would have hoped. Really quite unfortunate here. Lots of Vils will die up here to a few Arbalests as well. And the big push will eventually end because there's only so much you can do here. Trying to hurry up and rush down buildings. The militia! The militia! Militia everywhere! It's beautiful. It had to have been a misclick, right? But nonetheless, some Cannon Galleons still out here actually sniping Trebs pretty nicely. Very entertaining there. But Siege Rams are forward and more ranges are coming behind us. Oh wow. Just quit already, militia? Oh. Yeah, it was. Yeah. More military buildings will go down here. Space getting very difficult for Caidos here. Look at the res for him right now. He does no res, he's super housed. The extra Pierce Armor Hussar gonna do a fine job here against the Arbalests, but as soon as that happens, here come the pikemen. And yeah, not gonna last long with all this pikeman spam that can happen here. Cannon Galleons, I don't think have even made it to the other side yet. Hussar spam is alive and well, but for how long? Oh, we have Cannon Galleon on the other side here for Byzantines now as well. So Cannon Galleon definitely going to be coming into effect here. make Hussar to please my chat. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's definitely pleasing. This is actually a long one. I'm actually glad that I fast forwarded because I still think it's not going to be able to be winnable for you. And yeah, the GG. GG. Fish and Chips doing extra work. We're going to see the stats here in a second. Eco, obviously, very good over here for Knight not being disturbed. Getting forward. Having these outposts is probably the winning move here. And Knight's sense to start to transfer into Pikemen at the beginning and then starting to push was quite nicely done there. Cannon Galleons would have been sick, though. No doubt. Statistically. Oh yeah, this was definitely over in like 20. That's why I was like, I'm just going to start to fast forward here. You can see statistics here, and food actually wasn't that big of an advantage, so maybe the water is not as important on this island other than to have some control. But obviously, very important to play the map right. So, wow, what a game. Number 3. GG's for Knight, as now it is a 2-1 set here. And we move on to the next game, guys. I will be right back. So on to game number 4, guys, which will be on Caidos' map. At least I think that's the order it's supposed to go in. Pretty certain, actually. Alright, welcome back everybody to game number 4 in a best of 5 set, as we have Knight Noble again in the blue playing the Aztecs, and in the red we have Caidos with the Bulgarians. What are you expecting? I'm expecting to observe a map here called Dry Lake. Very much a very interesting generation here. Do have some interesting shorefish pond in the middle, it looks like, but only the one, so not a whole lot of extra food there, although 1 mill there could be quite nice, not going to lie. Otherwise, both players starting in the middle of the map, which is this dry, even some cracked terrain. That's entertaining. I don't think I've seen that other in Serengeti, interestingly enough. I believe this actually does have an effect on units. I believe they take additional damage if they're on the cracked terrain. Don't know if I'm correct on that, but we might have to look into that one to find out. Anyways, decent res here. Looks like we have a total of 6 slots of gold in the middle for both players. Obviously, Caidos having 1 far behind is pretty safe. A lot of stone here in the middle. Players start very, very close, almost able to put them on one screen here. And this is going to be a very aggressive game, I hope. Especially with Bulgarians versus Aztecs. I see lots of infantry coming in. The pond is usually between players. Fair enough. I mean, it's equal distance, really. I don't mind the pond at all being there. I think it's just fine. And buildings take extra 25% damage. Ooh, is that how this terrain works? Alright, I like it. And then on the outside of the map, we have this lush forest green with some 2 tiles of stone, gold, a few 3 stacks. Wood seems like it's balanced pretty well across the map. Interesting position for some hunt over here. I definitely like this map generation. I think it's really interesting. I don't see any issues with it that I can see off the top of my head. Relic distribution, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we actually have 6 relics on this map gen. Interesting. So an additional relics, 1 additional relic. That means potentially 3 for each player. Could be very interesting to see how that works out. Already bringing in a boar Interestingly enough, that boar is pretty far away for Knight. I don't even know if he scouted that yet. He did see that. He also saw this one, so maybe he thinks those are both his, but he has already brought one in as well. If I'm him, I'd probably go for that one, to be honest, which would technically be a lame at this point, I think. Ooh, wait a minute. Are there additional boars here? There's one additional boar as well, looks like. Caidos, you have to let me know if that's map design or if that's just lucky spawn. Oh no, here's another one. Okay, so we maybe have just the additional boar a piece? I don't know, I haven't played this one enough yet. I have, ooh. Also just now realizing that their scouts are just horses. Oh, 3 boars each, horse, no scout. Alright, I can get behind this. This is definitely going to be interesting here. Some additional hunt here. Caidos really, really happy to go get that additional hunt for sure. And villager here will survive. We'll see if Knight goes out to collect that one. Early barracks before a mill here, which is good. 6 sheep, not 8. Deer instead of berries. Yeah, I'm good with that change as well. Obviously, you wouldn't have berries at the bottom of a dry lake, right? Nonetheless, Scout went down for Caidos, so he does not know what's coming his way. Already have some gold coming in here for our Aztec player. Could be quite the advantage. I actually really think that Aztecs have a really good advantage early game here. Obviously, Bulgarians not with the greatest of eco bonuses. And obviously, we had a little bit of a nerf on Aztecs in the last patch, where instead of +5 carry, they get +3 carry. As you can see here, 13 on gold. Obviously, no wheelbarrow yet. Third boar on its way in here for Knight, and we have a militia already being created. So, barracks is just now getting up. We're going to have militia forward before any are really created there. Yeah, I mean, anytime you lose your scout early, it is a rough position to be in. Loom came in for Knight already as well. No loom for Caidos, though. This could be problematic here. No loom. Villager exposed. Oh, can't even finish this. One vill will be left out to die. We'll have to run around and try to survive. Knight doing a great job here with his horse scout to block the villager, and this villager is going to go down. Well played from Knight here. Another vill caught out as well. This could be problematic. Oh, just passing. That's quite unfortunate. But we do see that there are 3 villagers out here as well. Not on his way up yet, but he is getting really close on res. Caidos obviously on his way up already. He does get the free man-at-arms upgrade though, but only can afford 2 militia at this time. This is really unfortunate. Going to take some arrow fire here. Not a lot though. Doing a really good job to micro out of a lot of it. And drops a gate there. Very nicely played. Villager idle time though, pretty good. Militia will be man-at-arms almost instantaneously. Or will be instantaneously once he gets them out here. Still causing some idols here and trying to fight this now. I don't really like that. I think you need to send these back to work, get your militia over there and fight. Maybe he chooses to just go forward here. Loom is in now, so villagers are not as vulnerable. Nonetheless, Knight here, good position. Militia are still doing a bit of damage over here, though, killing some vills, or trying to kill some vills, getting some HP off of them for sure. Oh, and he actually gets another one. Well played. 4 man-at-arms coming forward now, though. And another in the production queue. We also have the 3 militia back at home for Knight with a lot of HP lost on them. So, going to be aggressive here. Man-at-arms upgrade is going to come in here for Knight. He will likely just keep those back and try to do some damage with them and build an archery range at home. Be a good enough way to defend. Oh, there's a hole. Bet you didn't think that hole was there. Double archery range here. That's going to be interesting. Definitely not enough on gold to go double archery range. That could be very, very rough for him, actually. Not even going to be able to produce as many now. And I'm looking at the wrong eco. Okay, it's not the end of the world for him. He has more eco there than I thought. Walls come down. 5 man-at-arms, though, pop through that on-built palisade wall very quickly. 2 villagers should die here. At least 2 villagers. Not quite as good of blocking there. Does kill 1 vill and will idle some things. Knight does have the lead right now. Man-at-arms are forward here, but I don't think they're going to do a whole lot of damage, especially compared to all of these men-at-arms forward here for Caidos. Unfortunately for Knight, he has been kind of walled out up there, but the archers are going to come out here, so man-at-arms not going to be as good of an investment, even though we have a good bit of them still coming out. Vill's exposed here. I think he was trying to bait the archers back. Is going to bait him into some TC fire. Does need to run with some more villagers here, but this will get cleaned up. 4 archers out now, and HP has already continued to go down on these man-at-arms. Back at the other side, man-at-arms for Caidos will clean up the man-at-arms from Knight in his base. Nice find here for Caidos as he's moved a lot of vills out of the area of food, which is good, but with all these archers out, I expect to see these man-at-arms go down here relatively quickly. But overall, this is a very nice, heavy, aggressive early game. Man-at-Arms production continues. I don't know if you guys saw, but I did just cast a match that someone referred to me as calling it Champions and Hugs, where Caidos went full feudal for like 35 minutes and just made nothing but Man-at-Arms. That could be interesting to see that again, but we'll see. This is a show match. He is up by a game. Those man-at-arms go down. Other man-at-arms are in. Ooh, it looks like there might be a hole on the other side here. Walling didn't really help Knight out all that well. Blacksmith's on the back. Oh, and it's not completed. That's a bit rough. 85% here for Knight. He definitely could use that for some upgrades, especially for fletching would be magnificent. There is definitely a hole there. Barracks is likely to go down here. I don't think that we're going to see much of a worry about that, though. 6 archers, 6 man-at-arms. Archers win every day. Blacksmith not being built yet is really not good for Knight. Just those little mistakes could cause a lot of damage here. Obviously, we know Caidos is not really going to be going into archers himself right now, so it's not the end of the world, but still hurts. Defensive tower being dropped as well on the gold. Not a huge fan of that. Man-at-arms are going around, but there's definitely a hole there. Walling and that blacksmith being late really hurts. Tower is up. How many archers could go down here? Oh boy. A lot of archers could go down here. Man-at-arms also in, headed towards the gold. Lots of exposed vills, even a weak one in there. Another villager will die. The reaction pretty quick though. Pretty rough situation. Another vill goes down here. Knight still has the population lead for villagers, but what do you favor at this point? Man-at-arms all over the map, and we still see man-at-arms being produced, so archers are going to have to chase men-at-arms out of the base here. Some quick walls on the wood, not a bad situation. Wouldn't mind seeing some aggressive towers here from Caidos, make it even more painful to deal with. His eco at home, obviously very open, but pretty safe. That tower, especially on the gold. Men-at-arms running, all these archers are running in box formation. And then here come 3 more men-at-arms on the front. And this is a good strategy if you can keep your opponent trying to fight you. He is going to try to take this barracks out again. I think it's a mistake. He should have ran past and tried to get to this wood line. He's actually going to try to fight the archers with the man-at-arms. Did he get defense upgrades? He did get the defense upgrades, so he's counting on that to help him out a little bit here. But not exactly the easiest play. Archers cleaned up. Gonna be killing another vill potentially, but repairing the barracks now. I don't really know why we're repairing the barracks now. He does lose a vill because of it, and the barracks can get out anyways. And he's not even going to the barracks units right now. Can always rebuild barracks later. You're not going to go into Eagles up against Bulgarians at this point with the free upgrades per every age. Let's take a quick look at res counts as we see double barracks coming down here for Knight Noble as well. Knight Noble's res pretty stretched. Caidos also very stretched. Going into Skirmisher though. So So he will have some answer to the archer. He does not have any upgrades on it yet, though, so they're not going to be that great. They will still push things back. Caidos also getting housed. Lots of houses being a problem. Knight here going to be getting housed too very shortly. Both players kind of hitting themselves in the face with houses. Not exactly ideal, but Caidos getting another one up as quickly as he can. Archers are moving forward now. And oh, that was a house, not a house, it was a mill, and there are 3 vills there ripe for the taking as we see the archers just come closer. And I think this will be the end of these 3 villagers, putting Caidos down even more. So we now have quite a discrepancy in villager counts here. Upgrade for defense is in now. So there are a lot of skirms here. Archers will have to run a little bit of micro split back and forth right there. Not a bad situation at all. Barracks, I don't really know why he built double barracks. Men-at-arms did find their way in here. I did not catch that, and I wish I would have, but there's another villager that could go down. Archers on the run here. Men-at-arms going to go after this blacksmith, try to force him to have to build another one. This villager should go down. Yep, another vill kill though. He's staying in this one. He's keeping himself in the game with his man-at-arms slay. More men-at-arms being created. Men-at-arms running. Archers chasing. Very rough situation. I think if Caidos adds towers here, tower on this side would have been great, but doing damage, creating some idle eco. Men-at-arms obviously going to die here to the archers again. Not the greatest position, but still not bad. We do see an eagle scout out, so maybe we're going to see some aggression here. Eco is expanding to the outside for Caidos, and there comes a mill for Knight Noble as well. Hunt, very important in this map. Definitely like how this is really aggressive though. Really early aggression. I love that we have a variety of maps. This kind of reminds me of Battlegrounds, but instead of being on the outside to start, you start on the inside. So it's definitely a very nice concept. I love the correct terrain here. Also, it probably plays a big factor in here. If these take more damage due to that, that's pretty big. These archery ranges could go down rather quickly if they were to be attacked. Eco, Caidos very stretched at this point. Knight Noble, his eco, not as stretched, but still not the greatest. His food eco is better because he's making units that are not affected by food at this point. But there are counter units here, so archer numbers are going to start to dwindle. Men-at-arms numbers still not in the greatest of shapes either. But market does come up for Knight. He is very high into food. He is going to go into eagles, so he wants to take care of these skirmishers now, as now all he sees is skirmishers. Could be a very good position. Skirmishers on one side, skirmishers on another side. Eagle Scout's going to be coming out. I did not see if he got upgrades though. Wheelbarrow in the queue here for Caidos, going to be good for his eco. Obviously the Aztec eco has been slightly better this whole game. And the eagle comes in. He did dive into the town center with skirmishers. Eagles are going to be a problem now. It's going to be something that skirmishers are not going to deal with well. He's going to try to run back probably to the tower, and he's going to garrison the tower or get a man-at-arm out here to help deal with those. Archers are coming with, though. And now we have skirmishers over here. Would expect to see some more eagles back this way. Doubt that he finds much damage here. Maybe a Vil kill at best, but eagles are on their way over, and it is only 7 skirmishers. The eagles should take that out no problem here, especially if they're not contested. Hunt being taken out here again by Knight. Very nice on the food eco, and on this side things are looking pretty good as well. It looks like we're going to have a very heavy feudal game, and Knight's actually on his way up. He actually just clicked up very shortly ago, and Caidos right behind him, so Whew. Very heavy feudal aggression now transferring into what will be a very interesting castle age. With the compositions, though, I think that I favor eagle archers over skirmishers longswords. I'm not sure how that's going to go. We'll see. Caidos, really, I think we need to see some knights, to be honest. Archers forward. Oh, unfortunately, they did attack that town center, so Caidos might know that they're coming. He does run these vills, running vills everywhere. So he will still catch a few vill kills here, potentially. There's one down. Skirmishers are headed in, though. Men-at-arms chasing the eagles. Armies just chasing armies at this point. Castle Age for both coming in. I think archer numbers are actually going to be in a good favor here still. Skirms, obviously not as good, but counters to archers are going to... Oh, he's going to clean this up maybe. Caidos gets in an excellent position here. Lots of archers will go down. 2, 3 down already. 4, haven't lost a single skirmisher or HP. Knight's not fighting back, he's just trying to save his numbers to get to crossbow. Eagle warrior upgrade on its way in, though. As soon as that comes in, it could be problematic. Taking a good exchange on the hill up here for knight, and the eagles will be in on the eco with eagle warrior and soon to be upgrades. Longswords coming forward as well, though. More longswords than eagles at this point, too, so this could be problematic. Four archers up here are going to be caught out by the skirmishers here. Or not. Maybe not, just passing. Eagles are in again. It's going to be a problem. Going to get at least one Vill pickoff. Potentially 2 with their speed. They are blocking each other a bit though, so should garrison and these eagles should run. Longswords on their way back here as well. On the other side, longswords on their way over here with a bunch of skirms. Eagles are attempting to go deal with that, but longswords are going to be in over here on the eco for knight, as well as those eagles get cleaned up for knight over here. Looking to be a very tough position here. Lots of villagers on gold though. Lots of eagles. Crossbows coming out as well, but villagers will die. The advantage, though, for Knight Noble is pretty considerable at this point. He does not have the military lead, but he definitely has the villager lead. Crossbows going up against non-elite skirmishers, not the greatest, but these eagles are not the greatest against longswords either, so it's going to be an interesting trade-off here as the eagles will get cleaned up. And crossbows looking to be in low numbers again. Eagles, though, are going to be in again on the eco for Caidos. Caidos' eco is not as good either. Still the lead for Knight Noble. Skirms are caught out. Longswords walk into the town center, and the crossbows, almost all the longswords have been lost. Skirms will die to this eagle. They're not even attacking the eagle. It's quite unfortunate. Longswords gonna go down. Back town center, I didn't even see for a knight. Actually a very great town center. Very safe. On some gold as well. Town center on the top up here for Caidos 2. Siege Workshop coming down though. Siege Workshop could do a lot of damage here. Depends though. Eagles are quick. They could get in. They could do a lot of damage. Is any player heavy on stone? 3 vills on stone here for Caidos. 348. So we might see somewhat of a defensive play here for him. Oh. These are shift clicked all the way around. Maybe not all the way around, but at least up to here. Could be interesting. But that's quite a few crossbows. A mangonel and a scorpion, though. Could be an interesting one. Shows his position, too. Might even try to spawn this out. Oh, he does! Gets a good hit here, but won't be enough to get many. Only 3 go down here. Villager going to repair the mangonel. That is quite a nice play, but now these crossbows are just going to wander themselves around. And we also have the scorpion out. Eagles Get lucky, don't even take a single shot there. Ooh. Oh, a crazy ballsy crepost right behind here. This could get very interesting. Longswords also over here. Only 5 villagers, but it is only a 2600 HP crepost. Oh, baby. Mangonel for the defense. If he garrisons these vills, these crossbows can't really do much, but will he notice? Will he notice? He notices right away. Crossbows actually walk into even worse position, as now he's going to lose a lot of crossbows here to the town center. That is quite unfortunate, actually. Quite a few of those went down. Crepost is being built behind here with very, very little knowledge of the map on this side. Doesn't know this here, but he has a pretty good area of the base over here. Oh no, the crossbows double back though. Lots of vills die. Crepost will go up. It will be spotted very shortly here, though. Very interesting position for it. Lots of vills went down there as the Magno and the Scorpion are still sitting here. Longswords on the front. Oh, he could find some very good villager kills. Get him back into this one. Crepost is about to go up. Will not be denied. Don't think it will range anything, though. Only problem with this Crepost is it doesn't really range anything. It does give him a nice area to create some things. Longswords do go forward, pushing vills off of this, and are going to collect 2 villager kills at the very least. Crossbows are on their way back. Mangonel is on the north again. And we still have 2 town centers here for Caidos. Oh, this was not able to be built. Another one. Oh, baby. Didn't know that one was there. Was going to try to fight it with villagers, I think. This is really disturbing to this eco, but the crossbows are on their way over. Are they going to get this up? Crossbow's not going to head over here in time. Looks like the Crepost might go up. Siege Workshop about to be forced up by all these vills, but we have a lot of longswords here. But at the same time, crossbows are going to do a lot of damage here. Stopped at 62%. Longsword's going to come back to try to deal with these eagles. On the front, we have crossbows dying to a tower. Really not the best position there, but I mean, he did stop the second Crepost over here, which is really the important part. Military on the back here for Knight Noble. Villager count is still very heavy in favor of Knight, as he now has an 18 villager lead. 2 more villagers come forward, but the Eagles are there. It's like they will survive, though, and now the Longswords take a pretty tough engagement here. They're very heavily outnumbered here, and I'm not sure Caidos will keep this one alive for much longer. He's cleaning up more on the front. Could get some more villager kills on the front. Siege is coming forward over here. He did lose his forward Crepost position. He has 2 villagers alive. He's actually going to try to beat down the ram, but unless he garrisons that vill, he will be down to 1 villager on this side. 1 vill to kill to finish this. Not looking great. He actually is just going to keep fighting with it. Loses both villagers. Pretty successfully defended on this side. Siege and Longswords will come forward over here. Longswords may find a few villager kills, which would be extremely nice for Caidos. He really is far behind now, but I think it's too little too late at this point. Second Crepost will go down here, and then obviously the other one will go down too. Maybe it would have been better to place one on the front or defensively. The offensive one didn't do a whole lot because of the position. He was quite unlucky that he couldn't really range anything there. Villagers are going to go try to fight this Mangonel down. Longswords and a Scorpion there. Those vills will fail, so he does get a few villager kills there, but now the crossbows come forward. Here we go, a forward Crepost, but again, not going to be anything there. This Crepost dies. Wasn't that deleted? Didn't get any of that res back. Crepost has not been built yet. Lots of crossbows still here, looking to be very, very interesting here. Unfortunately, the eco is just not as good behind it here. I mean, obviously, it's still been a very good game. 1 skirmisher in there, that's funny. Crepost might actually go up here on the front if he's not careful. If Knight loses these crossbow numbers, I still think Knights could be in a little bit of trouble, but I think he's too far ahead at this point. And I don't think it's going to matter. I think Knight's going to come back on this one. A couple Eagles going around for Knight trying to get some scouting, see what's going on over here. But at the same time, I mean, his eco is still so much better. Up by 22 villagers. Has a few rams. Getting some relic gold. Going to be coming in here. Which is going to be huge. Aztecs getting such better gold from these relics. Lots and lots of eagles coming out. Craypost does go up, but crossbows will work their way around. And the eco already not good. Could get even worse here. Eagles also might run around here. Not really sure. Maybe we get out of my game castle pretty soon. And the forward push here is nice, but Knight is going to avoid it. He's going to probably get all these vills if Caidos isn't paying attention here. Could be absolutely devastating. Long swords in the back trying to defend from any incoming raids. This is a very nice position here, as well as these villagers will go down, but still down by so many vills, it's not even funny. I mean, and Knight's about to make that an even larger gap here, taking down a few, not many, because it was noticed right away. And I think it's just going to start to become an overwhelming issue here for Caidos to defend, as we have a lot of eagles on one side and a lot of crossbows on the other. Those longswords are as good as dead. Even with the town center fire there, not doing enough. And then this eco is wide open. Eagles are running in. There's going to be nothing but skirms and a mangonel to defend from it. And, yeah, it's going to be a rough position. Another Craypost here. Admit it, Juicy. It was a little funny. Which one was a little funny, sir? You're talking about Knight not waking up enough time to play the first couple games as well as he could have? Or are you talking about the forward Craypost push? Crossbow numbers are going down here. Eagle numbers gonna go down too, but this castle goes up. This Craypost push is stopped. Villagers are so outnumbered. The score has surpassed a 1k lead here. And yeah, overall, I do like this map. Yeah, I mean, not seeing Imp at 50 something minutes is crazy. Villager difference is crazy. Yeah, I mean, lots of interesting things we've seen today on this map. I definitely really think you've got a great map here, Caidos. I look forward to continuing to see how this one develops, but I think it's really good. I really like the matchup here, honestly, too. Bulgarians versus Aztecs is a very interesting one. It could be even... There could be even some more interesting matchups here as well. Very interesting indeed. Interesting mill drops here, right next to each other, but he's just trying to boom his eco up. And I'm not sure where the push is going to come from again, or if we're even going to see one. We got another castle over here. Defensive. We got a stable coming up for the Caidos. Villa difference is even funny. Juicy 2032, 2021. I mean, yeah, this is true. Yeah, the early play for Militia hurt a lot. You losing your scout early will go back to the beginning of this game as a big issue for you. Did just locate this over here. More Eagle production here going to be coming out. Rams not really going to do much damage here. Imperial Age now on its way for Knight, and probably just another Imp GG, to be honest. Eagles, lots and lots of eagles. Vills walking right through creep posts. Very entertaining. So it looks like we are going to have a game 5, guys. I really did not anticipate this going to the game 5. The way it started, it looked like Caidos had it all figured out. GG comes in. My game may be crashing now. Yes, there we go. Alright. Yeah, definitely a very interesting matchup. It was very well played. I mean, a very, very late game. I really expected it to be over a lot sooner, given how close players start and the early aggression. But wow, it was a great game, guys. GG's. I mean, I love the map, Caidos. I don't think that I would recommend any changes to this time. I really think it's well distributed. I think the middle, now that I know that there's no hunt or no berries and it's all hunt, one extra boar is nice. Bulgarians on this map and going into everything else has just made it a very interesting matchup, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this one develops, guys. Statistics gonna be pretty rough. Knight was just so far ahead, eco wise, and it shows. Aztec relics also very helpful. If he would have got those sooner, would have been even better for him. But nonetheless, guys, crazy, crazy turn of events as we are going to a game 5, which I'm almost afraid to tell you what map it's on because it's going to be that entertaining. 2-2 is the set, guys, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome to Shallow Sandwich. You guys may be familiar with Hamburger, a map very, very interesting nonetheless, as instead of a giant amount of trees in the middle, we see a bog-like terrain and rivers. So we could have some boats in the middle, could have some docks in the middle, could have some big demo shots, could have a late game fiesta of survive on the outer ring. I don't know what we're going to see here. Civ matchup. Knight Noble coming for his attempt at a reverse sweep in this best of 5 here is playing with the Koreans. And trying to pull out that final win yet again is Caidos with the Berbers, a personal favorite, I know, of Caidos. And guys, this is going to be an aggressive one. Obviously, look, again, very close. And this is not going to be, let's just put a palisade wall down on one tile or 2 tiles to block something. This is going to play very open. This is going to be very, very difficult. You're going to see lots of interesting things here. The map gen for Caidos, let's take a quick look. Gold's relatively close. If you will notice, we only have 2 stacks of gold on the mainland here. 5 tiles on one, 7 on the other. Same for Knight Noble. Both players obviously having gold rather forward. Stone a little bit better here for Caidos, I think, as it is to the north. It is to the north for Knight as well, but it is going to be a little bit more difficult to take because he is having it being a bit more forward here. However, Koreans, better archers to begin with, going to have great late game presence with his cheaper wood costs on everything, and not to mention a turtle ship or 2 could be quite interesting. But, oh, what do we have here? We have a forward. Oh no, don't lose the scout. Oh no. No. Knight or scout goes down for Caidos again. Forwardville, I think, went forward. He was going to try to snipe or lure that boar for himself. Really quite unfortunate there, honestly. Gonna see docks for players here at some point. House here for Knight, getting it relatively fixed quickly. Dock coming up for Knight Noble. Caidos, no dock yet, so gonna have to wait and see how this one goes. This is a hitch map, Exorcist. We have seen, well, this is now the 4th hitch map of the evening, and we did see a Caidos map as well. Maps are in the Discord if you guys are interested and want to take a look at these. Keep in mind, guys, we are going to host a tournament before too long, and these maps, it's all custom maps. And these are the maps that we're looking to use. We are still messing with some of them, getting some balance stuff changed around. But honestly, from everything I've seen tonight, ooh, Sneakville. I'm very curious to see what happens with all of this. Exorcist, we have not discussed if we're going to add more or how many we're going to add, but we are looking to add a few, I think. We'll see. If you have any suggestions, I know you did create some maps and you had a tournament for your Discord. Please feel free to put them in the Discord, and we can take a look and add them to maybe some of these show matches and see what happens. Nonetheless, no water. No water, no water, no water against water. Knight is already taking the population lead for villagers and fishing ships combined. This is not looking to be a great start here. Plans were a bit distraught. Also, one villager not even working on the north here. Loom coming in for Knight already. Imagine he's about to click up. Caidos not too far behind, clicking up as well. Both players just maybe getting Loom as a precaution? Or does he think he has enough to click up? If he drops off this food, he might have enough. A little bit shy. Little quick walls up here, not too bad. I would like to see how these players play this for sure. This wall right here, also coming up rather nicely. Protects any Sneakvilles on that side. Still a Sneakville up here, though. Curious if he's going to find this. He does have a scout in the north here. He potentially expects this. I think he's going to see it. Yeah, he's definitely seen it. Sees it. Not much HP on these. Gotta react. He says no. Yeah, so he's been found out. His strat has not paid off. Just hanging out. Well played, but not gonna work out. A barracks up already. Walls coming up here for Caidos. A barracks in the back. Scout's just hanging around. Scout is at low HP though, so I mean, this could still be saved here. Don't see any militia coming out yet. It's very interesting to see what's going to happen. I'm very curious how this map plays out. I'd expect just to have some aggression here. Stavesville went to attack and then decided to go back since his opponent was going up. Villager could still take this fight, but the archery range is coming down here as both players advance to the feudal age. Almost identical timings here. Stable being hidden away here. So we're going to have stables versus archers. Are we going to see anyone on stone? That's my question. This could be a very friendly game of tower, tower, tower. Vil still just hanging out here. Scout could go down here, but there's going to be archers, so this scout is going to find this out, and I don't think it's going to live for much longer. Vil, lots of idle time. Hitch is a big fan of the tower rush, if you guys didn't know. Eco, oh, we have the dock coming up now for Caidos. This archer will likely track down this Vil and find its end, meaning this will be over. And yeah, he's just going to attack it. Another archer comes out. But we do have a few scouts coming out, so Scout number is going to be quite important at this point, but the eco is still in favor of Knight. Second archery range to be coming down here. We also have Knight on to Stone, so this epic Korean tower rush may come into play. One villager goes down, might even see another villager go down here. Quick walls in this villager here, and yeah, two villas will go down, but we do have archers and spears out already for Knight, so he's going to try to accommodate with that. On the other side, we're just having full scout play. Not exactly ideal. He needs to get an archery range up on his, here as well. Very well microed here. Archers will win this fight. They do have the armor. Pulling vills to even fight this. 4 vills on Stone. Oh, there's could be a tower on this wood line. Yeah, late dock definitely hurts. Oh no. Okay, he realized one of them has not been working this whole time. Villagers forward! Villagers forward. 5 villagers forward. Caidos is not on Stone at all. Not at all. Tower does come down. Caidos has to see that, right? Yes, he does. Has not reacted to it, though. And I think it's going to be too late. This wood line will be completely irrelevant now. He does react. It's going to be far too late. Spears, archers, and a tower here. Can't take this fight. Bails on this tower, decides to go over here to try to protect himself on this side. But archers are just going to try to break through here, it looks like. Scouts are going to be up and running around, but the eco is not going to be that easy to touch here. Blacksmith coming down for Knight, as I expect to see Fletching come in here before long. This defensive tower may be okay for now, but okay, he is going out to wood at the moment, which is quite good. Scouts still finding their way back around here. Knight is well aware of where they are, as he is going to quick wall up his wood on one side. Maybe we get some more on the other, but spears are coming over, so I don't really think he needs to quick wall this. He's not really going to lose vills, because these scouts will just die. Even losing one vill there, not the end of the world. Archers forward. Second tower comes down, and this is a really good tower. It's really going to affect the gold income here. Not really what you want to see. Transport ship. Caidos does know they exist, guys, and he's going to transport out to the outside. He actually could transport out there and be just fine for a little while. Yeah, can't even fight this too much here. Archers are in right now, but they are taking a very bad engagement at the moment. Fortunately, getting some eco to the outside early might be the play. Knight will have to transition out there at some point, but might be a little while. Nice little block attempt here, but villagers, oh no. There's a lot of scouts. Vills are fighting. Vills will go down. These archers might get cleaned up here, but they're going to sit in a very nice position here, really. And I don't think they're going to take the greatest of engagements. They're not even all attacking. I don't even think they could all attack if they wanted to. It's a great position to be in. Archers going to do a lot of damage when they're massed up like this. Skirms not even going to be out. Or, sorry, not skirms. Spears not even going to be in there, and all these archers will still go down. Or all the scouts will still go down. Oh, guys, I think we're going to see an end before long. Eco for Knight, virtually untouched. Did lose one vill, but he is 3 on Stone. Already has 2 towers, controlling gold from Caidos and controlling woodline. More villagers coming forward here. Archers do go down finally. Caidos is on the outside now, but for how long and what can he actually do with that out there? He's not in castle age. He cannot get his eco up right now. A pretty bad tower in my opinion here. But, I mean, I guess you only have a few scouts here. You're going to fight it off, get the archers coming over, vills coming out. This tower is going up, though, so this tower is ultimately not going to go up. Did lose quite a few vills there. A little bit sloppy. Knight getting a little excited, maybe trying to finish this one off as he's trying to complete this reverse sweep, which is really nice for him. Caidos, though, didn't run these vills in time. Going to try to drop a tower on this stone. That will not go up with all those there. ends up deleting that one there. And now he's going to be off stone here in a second, it looks like. Just a spear attacking up here. Can't afford a lumber camp. Yeah. Yeah, it's a rough situation. Has to leave his stone. More villagers will die. The villager lead is still pretty good for Knight as he's up by 5 vills / fishing ships. More vills on the run here. Idle eco galore. Knight actually has some idols as well, but I think that's just because he keeps bringing them forward to try to do some towers. He's going to try to... Caidos is going to try to ram that one down with some vills, which is really nice. Still a lot of idols here. Transport is coming over to attempt to deal with that. On the back foot, though, Caidos' eco is in shambles. Really bad position. Actually going to transfer it over the scouts. So maybe he's thinking about getting those out of there. And Knight will actually save this tower at 95 HP. Really well played by him to save that, honestly. But yeah, not the best, not exactly what you're going to see. Knight has transport out here as well with a few vills. Let's check out his economy. Much better economy. Honestly, I think he should just stop producing completely and just buy his way up, sell the stone even. This tower goes down, 3 more vills die, I think. Actually, it's more than 3. It's going to be 4, potentially 5. Scout's still trying to deal with this as well. We'll lose a few more villagers in the process. Was able to get enough to garrison there, but that tower is ultimately going to go down. Transport's on the way out. Scouts on the way around might actually find villager kills that are necessary to keep him off of the outside, but not being up to Castle Age and nowhere near it, it's not looking that good. I mean, Knight obviously isn't up there either, but has an archer in there as well. Villager does get away. This tower will go down, and then I imagine the villager will as well. Another tower here. Villager unfortunately walking out here to this garrison point, but, well, it almost went unnoticed. Towers, towers, towers. Koreans OP, guys. Scouts are going to get over here, and looks like they will... Oh, good play here, though. Transport ship is still around. 2 villagers in. Looks like 1 vill went down. And 2 vills go down, but he does save those 2 vills, and he can run with them and keep them alive. Try to land again elsewhere. This is just a ton of archers here, though. And Knight should click up at any time here. Probably just getting... Yep, needs building. Once he gets that building up, he will be up. And if you guys don't know, the towers will turn into upgraded guard towers as soon as he hits Castle Age. With this number of archers behind, having an 8 villager lead, he is on the outside, but he's not going to be able to do a whole lot with that. Lots of defensive towers here, but these towers are only going to last so long. They don't even have the additional fletching upgrade. This tower will likely go down here unless it's repaired, but otherwise I'm not exactly sure what we're going to see here. Knight does transport these 2 vills back over. We'll hopefully do something there. Yeah, the scout play was great. Unfortunately, it's just going to be a little bit too much pressure, I guess. Not enough to prevent this from happening here. This tower might not go down because it may be upgraded, and he is sending spears in here. So the HP boost, which I think it goes to 1100 when we hit Castle Age, going to an immediate guard tower. This tower here might not even go down, honestly. We're going to find out. But Scout's going to be coming forward again. Scout's still over here. Wall is up this side, though, so unless Scout's coming from the other side, those vills will be safe. And once these turn into crossbows, I don't think this is going to go well. It's up to 15. It goes from 700 to 1500 for Guard Tower. Guard Tower will... still could die from this, but spears are attacking here. Scouts do come across, but archers Gonna deal with this no problem. And crossbows will be coming in shortly. The GG comes in. Wow. Wow. What a set, guys. Like, wow. Uh, we've had some great games in this set. GG's to Caidos and to Knight. You guys were incredible. This was a great matchup. I would definitely say this one was close. Obviously, we do have Knight Noble taking the series 3-2. Went the distance though. We saw a lot of great maps. Definitely looking forward to seeing the next round of show matches that we're going to have here. GG Caidos, GG Knight. Caidos, I think your biggest issue here, again, you lost your scout. Your Sneakville was located, and no doc going for the scouts was an interesting strategy, but it just didn't pay off in this game. But wow. Really well done. Well played, Knight. Very, very meta on this side, going onto the docks early. Getting the archers with the free defensive upgrades is very nice for Koreans. This map really, really good as well because we have the guard towers up. And Galley over here coming in as well, trying to shoot from the shore, kill the fish. Also a very good strategy. I mean, guys, this was an insane show match. Thank you guys for participating. I appreciate it. We do have some more show matches coming up with some of the same maps. And if Exorcist submits some maps, I may add them to the map pool. I've only seen like one of his maps. I haven't seen anything else. I was actually wasn't I supposed to cast a tournament finals or semifinals for you, Exorcist? You never sent those to me. Nonetheless, guys, look for more games. Going to be casting quite a few show matches. I think we have 3 more show matches coming up over various levels. Obviously, this is like high 1300s going into 1400s. Yep, GG's. Thanks, guys. Thanks for playing. Happy to cast. Crazy sets. Please give Hitch all your feedback. Whatever you got for him, let him know so we can mess with some of these map gens and go from there. Obviously, the statistics, guys, pretty close. KD's towers obviously played a huge role in this one, but what a set. GG's, guys. Hitch, we'll figure some more stuff out with potential map gen stuff, but again, like I said, let's wait until we get the other show matches in. Fix anything you have regarding big issues, but like we'll talk after this if you got a minute. But Hitch, can we officially change Arena Cove to toilet? No, we're not going to change it to toilet, guys. You guys want to call it toilet, you call it toilet all you want to, but it will remain Arena Cove. But that's going to do it for us tonight. Until next time, guys, we'll see you later. Thank you all for tuning in. I know there's a lot of you here tonight that I usually see, maybe some new faces as well. But if you guys want to see more of these show matches, there's going to be at least 3 more best of 5s coming up. And we're going to have some other maps in there as well, some interesting ones that weren't played here that are already in the map pool as well. So I hope you guys have a great night, and I will catch you guys later. Also, anybody who watches this on YouTube, the description to the channel is linked below, as well as the Discord if you want to join in on any of this fun action. So.